In this my 8th pearl of wisdom during this COVID-19 lockdown, I cannot stress enough the importance of our people paying close attention as to how we respond to the devastating effects of COVID-19 on our lives, whether mental, emotional, spiritual, physiological, or financial. For all faculties are impacted one way or other. The several chatter that we are having within ourselves must be loud enough to drown out reality on the ground, as several of us would have had to come to terms with the serious blow this lull would have dealt on our plans, which may have been on course pre this COVID-19 pandemic, and of course the necessary lockdown consequences. No doubt in my mind that our gear needs to shift from the one which saw us coursing or cruising before on a comfortable journey to a lower gear with enough power as we wheel and come again. Going through denial will not help us. Harping on what could have and should have been will not accomplish for us our need to navigate through these current uncertain waters. The magic word which should be our main focus is sacrifice. The act of giving up something that we want to keep, especially in order to get or do something else or to help someone. In short, sacrifice speaks to us giving up something that we have for something that we deem to be more valuable to us. Whenever we wish to scale a wall or fence for necessary reasons, like in the case of escaping the jaws of a ferocious dog, we have to take speed. But if we are too close to that wall, we have to retreat a few steps to gather momentum to make the climb. The same applies to life when we fail at something that we have to retreat and come again. All of us are having a valley experience currently. Right now, we are in the valley of uncertainty with not many options, except to consider this lockdown as a time to make commitments to come out on the other side alive, strong and well, to face what may lie ahead. When you face a setback, think of it as a defining moment that will lead to future accomplishment. When you encounter adversity, remember the best don't just face adversity, they embrace it, knowing it is not a dead end, but a detour to something greater and better. When you face negative people, know that the key to life is to stay positive in the face of their negativity, not in the absence of it. After all, everyone will have to overcome negativity to define themselves and create their success. In these uncertain times, for so many in the working environment, sacrifice must be made by both employers and employees. If only one party comes out the winner, then sacrifice was not achieved. In the case of the ideal workplace, which is led by conscience, employees are about to find out how high a dividend it pays for commitment to productivity and loyalty. In the case of the opposite though, employees whose attitudes and behavior are matched to the poor qualities of their leadership will have a hard time, as if such places are unionized, they are about to enter a real acrimonious time. Our local working landscape is populated with a large number of employees who show up to be paid just because they showed up. But nobody gets paid for roll call. You have to be productive when you show up, as you are actually being paid for the value you bring to the 8-hour shift. After all, you produce to help strengthen the business for times like these, when your commitment qualifies you to not have to ask, "Where is it?" because you deserve to be told, "Here is it." For those of you who are unionized, you must be reminded that one size does not fit all. You cannot be a measuring employee or one who shows no care nor commitment to your place of work and expect your union to raise Cain with your employer to pay you for the period that you did not show up. Well, last I checked, COVID-19 and all the necessary measures put in place to stave off its devastating effects on human life is not affecting some and not others. It is affecting all of us equally. The same way it is not the employee's fault that they are not working, it is not the employer's fault either that their businesses are closed. Just look at the hotel industry. No guests, no customers otherwise. So where are the hotels to get money from to pay their employees for this period that they were not working? My prediction is that if all goes well and this pandemic subsides in time for summer or shortly thereafter, our 2021 winter season for the hotels will not be good. The scare factor will prevent people from traveling, coupled with the lack of funds the international lockdown would have caused. It may not be until winter of 2022 that hotels may be able to resume some semblance of normalcy in occupancy numbers. There are a couple of local outfits which are ready to meet employees on the half with job retention while requesting agreement to a salary reduction from all. And some employees want to stand up in an all or nothing mode. But this is a rough time for everyone, especially tourism and hospitality related services. If an offer like that is made, it simply means half a loaf is better than none, and you have to look at it as your employer is interested in your well-being. Adjustments in our thinking about life have got to be made for fear that when we get out of this, we are not worse off. If employers are going to be forced to pay workers for the time they did not work, which is no fault of either party that they did not and could not work, leading to no revenues generated for the said period, then where is the money going to come from? Again I say, half a loaf is better than none. We have to return to living comfortably on less during this period in order that we gain strength to return to some semblance of what may have been normal to us. How long would that be? Your guess is as good as mine. Only the disciplined and structured will weather this storm through his or her appreciation for gratitude. I warn employees to beware of anyone who comes out swinging on your behalf for all or nothing, as if they are not aware of the current circumstances. You have to ask yourselves, what is in it for them, hence their behavior, to go so far out on a limb? In the process of such mindlessness, you may end up losing your jobs and having no one else to blame but yourselves for ignoring the signs that greed through an all or nothing approach could very well lead to your eating the bread the devil need. Remember, sacrifice speaks to the willingness to give up something, and in this case, that we had for something we consider to be better, to your unlimited possibilities.